everyone, welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I wish you all a very happy and a prosperous Diwali. Stay safe and also keep the environment in mind. Diwali is a festival of lights and sweets. So I thought, why not combine these two and bring an amazingly delicious recipe for all of you. By the way, this recipe is my mom's recipe, so I'm sure you will all love it. And it turned out to be extremely delicious. And the diyas you're watching on screen aren't actual diyas, which you might have understood by now. They're sweets. And you need no condensed milk, no khova, and it's a very easy and an instant sweet. Everyone and anyone can make it. It's that easy. So let's get into the process. So the first part is making the diyas. So for this, I'm taking 1 cup of almonds, 1 cup of sugar, 1.5 cup of milk, half a cup of milk powder, some Elaichis, that is cardamom, and a little bit of food coloring. I've taken orange red food coloring. You can take any food coloring you want. Also, some ghee. Firstly, I'm taking 1 cup of almonds in a blender jar, and we want to get all of this into a fine powder. So if you blend it, you get a nice almond flour. So this is how fine we want the almonds to be grounded. And this makes the base for our diyas. Next, I'm taking 1 cup of sugar in a blender jar. And also about 10 cardamoms. You need not peel them off because even the peel has a wonderful flavor, so let it be inside. And blend it into a fine powder. The aroma of sugar powder and elaichi is extremely beautiful. You can feel the festivity in the air with that. And in a heated pan on high flame, I'm taking 1.5 cups of milk and let it boil in another stove. So meanwhile, I'm taking another pan and I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ghee or clarified butter in that. And unlike other sweets, this recipe requires a very little amount of ghee. So if you're ghee conscious, this recipe is perfect for you. Now I'm adding in the almond flour. Keep the flame on low and then roast it for about 5 minutes until it changes color into a deep brown. This is how we want the almond flour to be. Now keep this aside, and meanwhile our milk is boiling, so just simmer it once it comes to a boil and add a little bit of food coloring. Now if you don't want to use any food coloring, you can also add in cocoa powder to get the diya color, that is the brick red, brick brown color. So it's your call. Now just give it a quick mix and you can turn off the flame once it comes to a boil again. Now slowly add it into the almond powder. Now all of this you have to do it in a low flame only. Just keep mixing so that no lumps are formed, and then add in about half a cup of milk powder and half a cup of this sugar powder. Mix it well. Now the sugar powder that we've taken initially can also be used for the rabdi that we're going to make next, so that the diyas aren't too sweet. Now if you feel the need to add in more ghee into that, just add in more ghee, and once you see that the mixture is separating the pan, you can turn off the flame and take it into a greased plate. Just look at the color. It's a perfect brick red color. Looks so earthy. And let it cool for some time. Now the second part is to make the ghee in the diya. So I'm taking 1.5 cups of milk, some saffron milk and half a cup of sugar. And by the way, We are not making actual ghee, instead we're making rabdi that is super easy and super delicious to make. So I'm taking all the milk in a heated pan on a high flame. So keep the flame on high and keep stirring. Now you want this milk to be reduced almost to half and it becomes thick. So meanwhile, don't forget to keep stirring, and I'm adding a little bit of saffron milk to this. So I've just soaked some saffron in milk and then I'm adding it to this so that it gives a beautiful color similar to ghee. Now in this process, you'll also get malai, so just stick it to the sides of the pan so that you can accumulate it later and add it to the rabdi. Now I'm adding the sugar and also the little bit of sugar powder that is left from the diyas. So this is how you scrape off the malai from the sides and add it to the rabdi. And that's it, guys. It's so easy, right? And once the mixture has cooled, it's time to make the diyas. Make a ball, press it flat in the middle and pinch to the side to make it as a diya. And now it's time to light up your life. Look at the rabdi, it looks so perfect and so delicious. My mouth is watering already. So coming to the final part, it is to light the diyas. No, we're not making any recipe further, but instead you're gonna light the diyas with your happiness of eating the sweets. Pour the rabdi in the diyas and garnish it with some pistachios. It's so delicious, trust me, and you're gonna make this recipe next and spread the happiness. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon for updates.